The attack on the candidate Ajaka and his convoy was aimed at physically eliminating him from the race. I believe if you see some of the video clips, what happened, you will understand clearly. No matter how somebody wants to change the narrative, facts are facts. Simply because we expected this kind of rascality and recklessness, that have deep characteristics in Kogi in relation to elections. Before he embarked on consultative visits to the traditional rulers in Kogi states, we have officially written to the Commissioner of Police on the 1st, intimating him about the consultative visits of our candidates to the traditional rulers. We have equally written to DSS, we have written to Civil Defense, Road Safety, and all other Navy themselves, both military and paramilitary, that have stake in Kogi states. Movement is not about campaign. He wasn't going for campaign. He was going on consultative meeting with traditional rulers. It is an unwarranted violation of human rights as well as a grave threat to human life. The narrative that was pushed into the public space, which represented Bello as the victim of the attack, is false, callous, condemnable, mockery of collective sensibilities of the Kogi people and Nigerians in general, given the well-established and documented ignoble antecedents and violent orientation of the governor. That contrary to the false claim in the media by the Kogi Commissioner of Information, Allege Muritala Ajaka was the real target and victims of the premeditated assassination attack. Also, we have found the reliable independent investigations as well as incontrovertible videos and photograph evidence that put a lie to the spurious claim of the governor. The evidence have confirmed and presented Governor Bello as the masterminder of the attack. They said there's no way a lion can be on the roads and antelope can cross. That's how he described himself as a lion. But some of you that are conversant with the animal kingdom, you know that antelopes also have skills that lion doesn't have. We are not known to be violent, but we have suffered a lot of casualty in Kogi State in the past. Our office was burnt down, some people were killed. We have all those old pictures, old memories, And again, to remind you, I watched the governor in the campaign rally in Ondo State, where he was miming a song by some of his supporters, where they are praising him and kept telling him, a hero, whosoever that want to support him should wait for ta 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 ta. So the era of ta 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 is returning. But I think this is a different era entirely. We will not accept this, we will not tolerate it, we will confront it head on. The governor alleged that he was on his way from Abuja to Kogi State, and the road was blocked. And of course, according to the Commissioner of Information, listening to him on channels, clearly, he said the governor was impatient and he directed the road to be cleared. I thought he was the governor of the states, whose duty and responsibility is to protect every citizen, not just candidates or parties. That is his primary responsibility. More so, an outgoing governor that's supposed to demonstrate level of humility, decency, and remorsefulness, because he's leaving the office very soon. So part of his responsibility is to live in peace with everybody and to reconcile whatever gap that have existed politically or otherwise. We have seen and Argo, the former president of Nigeria, President Muhammad Buhari, emotionally at the point of exit, pleaded for forgiveness. You know, he knew that he stepped on toes, directly or indirectly, and he seek for everyone to forgive him. The prevailing regime of reckless abuse of executive and state powers in Kogi states, which is inimical to democratic consolidation, peace, and human security, that the circumstance and allegory of the lion and the antelope of the governor is odious, reckless, primitive, vexatious, and condemnable. It is in our record in Nigeria. You have 3 governors that have become untouchable. They kill, they maim, they burn people, nothing happened. And I think this liability the president have inherited, he must deal with it for him to restore confidence and trust of the Nigerian citizens. We are equally aware in the last election, people were burned in Kogi State. Up till now, we have no record of investigation or prosecution of people that are involved. We are equally aware from sources, people are being recruited to carry mayhem in Kogi State because of the election. I'm sure the security agencies are aware. Nobody has monopoly of violence. Violence is street behavior. Anybody can pick it and drop it. But as law-abiding citizens, our first responsibility is to report the incident to the security agencies and watch with keen interest how they are going to act on it. The era of, keeping file to be taken over by dust, criminal offenses, assets, is gone. This country belongs to all of us. We are equal stakeholders in Nigeria. Nobody owns Nigeria more than us, the citizens of Nigeria. I will not allow this to continue. And we don't want to be confrontational on the president that was just sworn in. We want to give every support that is necessary for him to run the government. But in the situation where the president will remain aloof and allow governors to create mayhem, it will not be acceptable to us. We therefore wish to end this statement with the same warning to the governor that should anything improper or inappropriate happen to the Social Democratic Party members, secretariats in Kogi State, or specifically to Allege Muritala Ajaka, or any members or his team, or to their properties, or any officer of the national headquarters of Social Democratic Party, we will hold the governor responsible personally